Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the 2022 flood continues to change the daily lives of folks from Appalachia. And with school right around the corner, some organizers are helping ease the financial burden of buying supplies.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche, and it is 6 a.m. this First Alert Monday morning. And meteorologist Tim Drawbridge is doing his part to keep you weather aware, so let's send it over to him.
Definitely got to stay weather aware, that's for sure, with the heavier bursts of rain on the Monday morning commute. But also as we head through tonight into tomorrow morning with a complex of shower and thunderstorm activity headed this way to produce additional heavy rainfall. It's a level 2 slight risk regarding the excessive rainfall heading through today. And then tonight, concerned about a complex 2 waves perhaps of some intense thunderstorms trying to get into our western county. So it's a level 2 slight risk of severe weather. Again, as you make your way from Laurel County out toward Powell County and points west as you make your way toward Campbellsville, Liberty, and Lexington. All right, visibility is running low outside our door. We're at 68 right now in Hazard, and the pinpoint Doppler radar really started taking off about 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, and a lot of it has now gotten to the north and east of Hazard, but still arcing back here. And with a flood advisory posted for those of you in Jackson County as well as Owsley County. Lee County has also been added to this until 7 a.m. So yes, we got to keep an eye on the smaller creeks and streams, as we are very well aware of what happened just 2 years ago yesterday. Up to 81 today, breaks of sunshine, muggy with scattered showers and thunderstorms, any of the action capable of producing heavy rainfall. More about the First Alert 70 forecast, any dry weather in sight, we'll let you know in the 6 o'clock hour. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. And like Tim mentioned, this weekend was the 2-year anniversary of the July 2022 flood that devastated parts of eastern Kentucky. Locally, a church from Corbin is continuing to give back to Letcher County flood survivors. Since the July 2022 flood, a group of volunteers from Parkway Ministries has helped flood survivors in Fleming Neon bounce back. Volunteer Gary Conley says the main way they have helped is by feeding the community. He says they have also helped people rebuild something he wants to do more of.
We built a porch, a wheelchair ramp, and a set of steps to get into their house. I want to get more involved with that and less involved with the feeding. The feeding is great. I love to meet the people and hang out with them and serve food. I enjoy cooking, but we really want to get involved in helping more with the recovery. And the next step is to work on the houses.
Conley says with the anniversary upon them, they are treating it as a celebration of resilience for the people of the mountains. As efforts to find people went on, one woman remains missing. Widower farmer Baker is still looking for his wife after the flood, who he never got to say goodbye to. 45 people died, but Vanessa Baker is not counted in that number because she was never found. Baker says he never stopped looking. He continues his search 2 years later. The waters washed away their home, and with all of the money he got from the insurance, he bought an excavator and digs for Vanessa to this day. Farmer spoke with us to share the moment he last saw his wife.
And the last words that come out of her mouth said, "I can't swim." I looked around, she was gone. And I looked up, God said, "You took her, take me." He said, he had a purpose for me.
Baker will soon be moving into a new home thanks to the Housing Development Alliance. He should get the keys at the end of August or early September. And in the place where their old house used to stand, he built a memorial to Vanessa. When extreme weather hits, it is important to know where to go. Now, there's a place in Scott County where community members can go to remain safe. A new structure in Stamping Ground will be open for the community in case of a weather emergency. Michael Hennigan, Director for Emergency Management for Scott County, says after 3 years of work, the shelter was placed this month and provides accessibility if severe weather approaches.
As soon as we go under tornado watch, the door will be unlocked. People will be free to come in here and spend as much time as they want.
Hennigan says the shelter can house more than 90 people and even is equipped with a bathroom, vents, and lights powered by solar energy. Folks can rest assured it is safe as it is built to withstand an EF5 tornado. More shelters will be added to the Scott County area, with Georgetown receiving their own in the next couple weeks. Members of a church in Knox County are working to give kids in Letcher County school supplies. For 5 years, members of First Baptist Church Artemis have visited Letcher County to give back to the community. On Sunday, church leaders hosted a mini vacation Bible school for kids in the area, ending the event with giving them a backpack and other school supplies. Pastor Ralph Halcomb says they want to help families during a difficult time.
We just feel like, man, that's just key, and just making sure the kids have what they have to be a success in the school year and to have a good school year. And we just thought it may just take a little bit of burden off the parents. Times are tough, the economy's rough, and anything we can do to help, we're just glad to do that.
Halcomb says they have also helped repair ramps and paint homes for some people in the community. The start of school is just around the corner, and several communities are having events to make sure students can put their best foot forward. WYMT's Caroline Mueller went to the Summer Kids Fest in Pikeville.
With the help of community donations, the East Kentucky Dream Center and Ohio Valley Physicians Health partnered to bring kids the supplies they need once they're back in the classroom, all for free.
We got supplies donated, backpacks donated, all kinds of stuff for kids, personal hygiene products, notebooks, crayons, pencils, you name it, we've gave it out today.
Vicki Hall Lacey with OVP Health says they were able to serve more than 1,500 people.
The most important part is just seeing these kids get the stuff that they need and get excited for it. It's all about the kids.
Brenda Kendrick, a volunteer with Dream Center, says need in the area is great.
As you know, times are hard, and they're hard for everybody. And these parents need clothing for their children to start back to school in.
As a single mother of 5, Laura Hamilton says this event means a lot.
We do have it hard, you know, whether we work or whether we don't work and we're at home with our kids, regardless of either way, you know, mothers, we struggle, you know, so it's a lot of help, even if it's just, you know, a simple thing as deodorant.
She says it's one less thing for her and other parents to have to worry about.
I just think it shows, you know, that, you know, as a community, we all can pull together and help each other, you know, in a time of need, or, you know, I just think it's good to have a community do something like that.
Families were also given lunch and gift certificates to restaurants and activities. In Pikeville, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
The organizers say they will continue to host this event each year. A Danville, Kentucky teacher went from a family of 2 to a family of 6 pretty quickly. When one of his students said he needed to be adopted, Justin Paget answered the call. He and his wife not only took in the boy, but his 3 siblings as well. Justin was tutoring Jaden when he caught a glimpse of his 5th grade student's computer screen with the words, "I have to be adopted," typed out. Jaden was in foster care that spring and had just learned his birth mother and father would not regain parental custody. So Justin saw a chance to go beyond the usual call of a teacher.
And so then I go home that night, I'm like, hey, there's a little boy in my room and he needs to be adopted. We were already doing foster care classes. We were wrapping those up.
So 14-year-old Justin and his 3 siblings, 16-year-old Haley, 12-year-old Alexis, and 9-year-old Jace, became a part of the family. They've been with the Pagets since March of 2022.
And welcome back. Just got a quick glimpse of the Kentucky Mesonet report coming out of Boonesville. Rainfall total in the last 24 hours approaching 2 inches. So needless to say, we've got to keep an eye on the smaller tributaries across eastern and southern Kentucky. Temperature-wise, quick. Generally 68 to about 72. It's cooler out your way toward Clintwood and Wise. Here is the pinpoint Doppler radar showing, yes, showers and scattered thunderstorms. You can see the lightning strike now on the LDN, or courtesy of the LDN, as everything is arcing just east-northeast of Hazard back toward Beattyville and Annville, and these light green polygons indicative of the flood advisories posted for portions of Jackson, Lee, and Owsley counties that will continue as we make our way through this 7 o'clock hour, as everything continues to slowly and surely track up toward the Mountain Parkway as we proceed through this hour. All right, speaking of the next 12 hours, we'll get breaks of sunshine today, scattered showers and thunder showers. Any of this action capable of producing the heavy rainfall with a high of 81. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast in a few moments. Madison?
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, the campaign trail for the 2024 election heats up as we are now less than 100 days from the vote.